Hello, friends. Welcome to Pyre. This is the game made by the creators of Bastion and Transistor. I really love Bastion. I truly enjoyed Transistor. The ending pissed me off to no end. But I said when I was playing through it that they had earned me a playthrough of Pyre. And here I am. We're going to play through Pyre. So this is going to maybe be the new Saturday thing. We'll see. Yeah, so I guess without much further ado, let's just hop into it. I don't know if I should be playing this with a controller or not. I got to be completely honest with you. But I figure I'm going to try it with a mouse. At this point, I'm just going to let it, standard. I'm just gonna turn off aim assist. So we'll see what happens. I have no clue what I'm in for. I know this got pretty mixed reviews. So I think they tried to make this a little more different. And I don't think it worked out as well for them. But we'll see. I'll certainly let you know my impressions. Very pretty. Okay, so space is going to be kind of a thing. Cool. This is the first game I will have played of theirs with a mouse and keyboard, so this is going to be new. That's for damn sure. The old days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. Three shapes emerge, each clad in strange white. Oh, interesting, okay. A vast downside, a vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and enemies. None have been known to return from the Forsaken Land. Okay. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. I should have read it was the masked woman beforehand. See, right on the schedule. What did I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday. I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum, you know? I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like he is breathing. The masked wanderers presume you are male. Interact to change this. Nope. It seems he still is. Then stand aside and I shall send him to a better place. He's a he. Can't you people just tell? Hang on. The markings on his rags. I think he's one of them. This music. Top notch. I'm actually going to turn up the volume a bit in my head because it's good. But look at him. He is beyond our help and we are beyond his. Broken, shaking, starving, probably diseased. Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have at best an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns toward you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal nothings here. You are parched and he gives you a drink. You ache and he binds your wounds. You hunger and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwin. Now, come on. One of the three masked wanderers find you clinging to life in the downside. Thanks, buddy. You sense no ill intent, and he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through Alabaster streets. Commonwealth, a proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups, founded on principles of mercy and kinship, whose exact meanings evolved through many centuries. Interesting. Okay. Headwind beckons you to enter the Black Wagon. Okay. Dunk, dunk. Interesting. So far it's visual novel-esque. The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. You may call me Jodoriel. She's the most imposing of the three masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. I mean, yeah, that's imposing right there. See that? That's one imposing and two imposing. That's doubly imposing. Holy hell. And as for myself, the small one struggles with his mask. Jodoriel soon assists him. What the fuck? Ow. That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. He's the smallest yet loudest of the three masked wanderers who find you clinging to life. He's a dog. Rookie, you're a dog. I don't mean that derogatorily, but you're a dog. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can he do it? Hope so. I haven't asked him yet. Well, what are we waiting for? Right now, Rookie and the other guy sound a little alike. I'll figure that out. Hey, you chum. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read do you know how to read or what? He's asking if you are a reader. One who can derive meaning from text. Admit it. You confirm their suspicions. There's no use trying to hide it now. One second. Well then, glory days. Because it just so happens my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. So we ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. The exiles indicate the books in their possession. I'll have a look. I assume it's that one. Odd creatures. So this is very visual novel-esque at this point. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Amazing. Okay. Enter one of several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you meet seem very interested in them. Interact to learn more. Okay. Click. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. Oh, very pretty. Whoop. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rights. That you possess it and have capacity to glean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming and glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8 as they align as shown. Arrive in a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rights, bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Okay. So there's the pattern of stars, obviously. Gee, it looks like the logo. Who would have guessed? And okay. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as headwind. Gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out. And loading, loading, loading. It's a kind of cool loading screen, I'll say that.
Reader, dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge?
See.
So soon after your sentence into exile.
Apparently I need to pull up my British.
What the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path towards salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory.
Glory.
Though in your case, I hardly think it possible.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
It worked. So it is true. Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? He should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in him. He could abandon us. He won't. You look upon the three of them from beyond as Hedwig then calls out to you. Rita, we aim to free ourselves. We'll not grow old and die in the downside. And now I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. You focus all your mental faculties to do as Hedwig asked. Blimey.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh.
Use left click to approach the celestial orb.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves.
Okay.
The three must act as one.
Okay.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes, the exiled Rookie has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time.
But wait, what?
His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours. The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you.
So his aura is bigger, so I would assume he will
Cast your aura
wreck
like
me.
stone.
Skadoosh,
Correctly
bitch.
done.
Interesting, okay.
Again. Just
Huh.
so.
Okay.
A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you.
Oh, thanks.
Grasp the orb once more.
I shall.
The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame.
I would assume I want to
Now
pass.
I say jump. Leap
Yes.
with all your strength. Thus assails the orb.
Interesting. Okay, so you can jump into it. Ruki is returned.
Now snuff out the adversary's pyre, whilst yours yet burns. None left unscathed. Banished, one and all. You'll have to do better than that. The orb.
Interesting. Okay.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Okay.
The orb is loose. That was the last of them. Now then, in the name of Solihull, engulfed within the order. The Empire weakens.
Ooh. Down to 5. Okay.
Away with them. A rude predicament for the Beyonders. 'Twas almost cruel.
Ah. Okay, so I'm kind of understanding how this works.
Banished. A shameful outcome.
Oh!
Your claims grow weak.
Oh, please.
An opportunity. All banished.
Nailed it.
Right is
Complete.
There, dear reader. Now you understand.
I do,
Or
thank
do
you.
you?
Not
This
really.
was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead.
And
I would
that
tell
was
you
a
to
pain
turn
in the
back,
ass.
Cast down your hope.
Okay,
But all
Zordon.
those such as you never listen.
Listen. You never listen. Oh, I listen. I listen quite well. I beat their ass. Took me a couple tries, mind you, but I beat their ass. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars or what? Supposedly. Rita, come, let us regard the night. Jodariel leads you outside, where a clear night sky awaits. Now show us, before the howlers catch our scent, where shall the rites commence? You gaze at the stars. Seek out your destination. Ding! Whoa. Excuse me? The shit am I choosing here? Okay. Shut up, Link. Oh, so I do have to interact with that. Ding! Hmm, 200 leagues due east, the ridge of gold. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The fossil remains of the serpent titan slain by gold Goliath yet loom over those living in its shadow. Great, and we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time, if you make haste. Then we had best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? Okay, Jody is Jodariel. That's what I figured. Jodariel turns to you, studying you. Rita, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is, glad to have you aboard, chum. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom, the rights are the key. It is a lot to take in. Your fellow exiles await you in the wagon. Join them. Achievement unlocked. The Reader. Because that's what I am. I am the Reader. But man, this art is really... This art is kind of pretty... I like the art. It's very different for them. It's a different... Okay, it's not different. It's very stylized. It's very stylized, but it's a much different style. Like Bastion was kind of a very clean style. Transistor was very inspired by, you know, I almost said cyberpunk, but kind of tech punk and just steampunk, and yeah, it's very cool. You arrive in Downside Prairie, where the road ahead is forked. There is a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. So, okay, so here's the reason why I'm doing this voice. Maybe it's because I'm still stuck in Bastion mode. I mean, Bastion is the greatest game that they have made, by far. But this game, and the way that you start exiled and you're in the desert, you know, it gives a very... And even the music's meant to kind of have that kind of western, spaghetti western theme to it, which makes me want to use my southern-ish, country-ish, whatever the hell it is, voice, accent. This right here is very lush. Like, it's so cool. I love this. What's Downside Prairie? One of the downsides, only verdant regions. Okay, that explains it. Verdant, green, you get a lot. It looks beautiful right now. I assume it's just going to get more and more dusty and deserty here momentarily. I'm telling you, we ought to take the northern path. Got an associate holed up in Hollow Root. I've got to pay a visit too. Besides, forgot how to pronounce that word right there. Fee on your associate. Best we head to Blumenpool and avoid attention. Blumenpool. The southern route to the Ridge of Gold goes through a humid area pocked with hot springs. Runoff from the sandfolds means no bathing in the springs, so they're just there to mock you. And get stuck in a bug while we're at it? Bog while we're at it? The dispute continues as Headwind listens for a while. What if the reader settled this? He marks the way. He get us there. If these rites are meant to test our faith, then we'd best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path. No second guessing him along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure. If necessary. And then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. You may now choose a route toward your goal at certain junctions. Oh, joy! Actually, I do kind of like it. So, I'm trying to get there, right? So she thinks she can find rare flora. I feel like this will give me, so it feels like this will give you like item that you can use in the battle, because there's clearly more space down below in the that little HUD during the right. I feel like you get more people, like you either can choose your party, or it's possible you have more people available with which to play as during the right. I suspect you'll still choose a party. So the question is, do I want to get potential potential options? So I'm sure each character, you know, their size, their aura, they might have other different strengths and weaknesses and that kind of stuff. The combat's bound to get more, the rights or the kind of the combat is bound to get more complicated as the game goes. So I, you know, and either both of these point towards it. I'm more likely, I would much rather have someone else in the party, because I like to have those options. I like to use items, but I'm not a huge items guy. So we're going to do this. God, this music's really good. Like, this is another game of which I want the soundtrack to. Bastion, Transistor, and now Pyre. Tell you what, Supergiant Games does a fan-fucking-tastic job with music. As you pass through the squalid little area, you hear boisterous noises coming from what looks to be a public house. Rookie stumbles forth from it, holding something in his paws. Oh, hey chump, just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will you? We have to drop it off if we head further north. You received plain parcel. You cannot tell what is inside. Well, fuck! I didn't get a person, I just got a fucking... I'm not gonna be your damn camel. It seems to be broken down. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Gold. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Commence the rite. Page revealed, the first exile. Hey chum, appreciate you taking us up through Hollowroot back there. About that, are you certain that parcel will fetch us an adequate price at the slug market? Crude trading post found another downside. Surely we could have procured some sort of rare fungus had we gone the other way. As much as I love the idea of procuring rare fungus there, Jody, we said we wouldn't go around second guessing our good chum's decisions, right? Jodriel says nothing in response, but soon changes the subject. Nightfall soon. Come along, Greentail. We have much left to prepare. The two of them soon go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. Now, Presumably, are there other shiny things here for me? Any other shiny things? I assume I can exit that, but that's the shiniest thing. First exile, in the words of Golanthinian, the Master General. You know perhaps the thrice cursed name of Solia Mur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him in and around his country. Yet, we found a Solia Mur, a man transformed, in body, mind, and spirit, a man deserving of much more than mercy. In time, he named us all his scribes, and he became the 8th. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his story is to know the rights. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. Interesting. So clearly the right commence as darkness. So clearly something about these rights makes you let's see. My theory is a game theory. Thanks for watching. No, my theory is that these rights are going to be following certain steps that these 8 people went through. So there did appear to be 8 stars, and there are 8 rights. I don't know if there are 8 rights at all, but I think there are 8 rights. My guess is that we're going to be going through analogies of sorts of what these parallels of what these 8 went through to prove ourselves worthy to rejoin the rest of the world. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set. However, everything is still and calm. Soon, they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. If we traveled all this way for nothing. I don't think we did. Look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there are 8 stars. Bam. Well, if you try probably using the celestial orb that falls from the sky. Oh, joy.
The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gold at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready.
Triumvirate.
Your adversaries in the rights this eve shall be the accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
Are you ready to rumble? The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others also clad in raiments. Your adversaries in the rites. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still. We have a visitor. The one who she refers to steps forward. I think about this one. At last, the Nightwings grace us with their presence. I see that the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold. Take 2. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold, who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Rendell again. I trust you remember my fate. I can't. Too many people can't keep voices in. Can't keep track of all the voices. Surprised to see old Vendel again. I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now I and the accusers shall repay that affront. He shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. I can't keep track of the voices, but I'm going to try. It is time. From the shadows, you clutch the Book of Rites and focus on the task at hand. Do this, bitches.
Begin. 'Twas the first banishment. There. Have the accusers underestimated you?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh, boo. Positively brutish. Absolution.
No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accusers. Stand your ground and let your auras boil and rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We're getting there, but they have hunkered down. Fine, and we shall disrupt their formation.
Have you any idea what that Lendl did to deserve his exile? A daring display. Flinging the orb into the flames like that. You elude banishment using such tricks. A bit of a blunder. The fire of resolve.
It's interesting.
Both banished. Tis taken.
Damn.
Oh, you poor Nightwing.
3, 2, 1. There we go.
I thought they had you there.
Damn.
Content.
Uh-oh. 3, 2, 1. Nailed it. So it is.
Once more like that, and we are finished here. You have it? The orb's unclaimed again.
Uh-oh.
Too bad.
There we go.
And it is done.
Can't stop this shit.
You have prevailed. Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory.
Nightwings. Ye did right. Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when next we meet, you will rue the day.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. The exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment.
So enlightenment
Only
would
the
basically be a level up, okay.
enlightened can regain their freedom.
We have withstood worse nights than this, though few are strange. Mastery for Jodariel. Rush to the one for Jodariel can rush again right away. Ooh. Banishing an adversary, Jodariel instantly recovers all of your stamina. I much prefer
The
that.
scribe bestows his favor.
After the rats, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon, in the still night sky, you can see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. Well, my friends, what can I say? The rats are real, and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club. Next on the agenda, keep chasing stars until we're free. Until we are free. Until we're free. Here, sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lindell back there. Lindell the liar. He is the cold-mannered head of the accusers, and bears an old grudge against the Nightwings. Durr. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you. Rita, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Hedwin walk in silence for a time before he speaks up. You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. I think I want to know about how he got the wagon, right? He got exiled for a reason. I should know this, but I feel like that's something I can learn a little later. How he got this wagon is important because, like, this is more, God, these are all good questions, because I want to know this, because that's kind of bullshit. And I assume they'll kill me. And it seems like a bullshit. Less bullshit, but for a bullshit. Less bullshit of a, not a bullshit question, but feels like I'm not going to get a good answer. These are both seem like the ones I'd get a good answer. This one I feel like he'd be kind of like, why do you want to know I was exiled? You were exiled too. We all have our reasons. This is more pertinent to him. He might be proud of this wagon for all I know. So, bam. You ask Hedwin how he and his companions managed to come into possession of this black wagon, and what happened to its former owners. He maintains eye contact and his smile. Good question, my friend. Bam! Nailed it. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars for us again, and I'll tell you all about it on the way. You sense he speaks truly as he beckons toward the fading dark above. You gaze at the stars. I assume. Badoink. That's a long way north and west. We'll see if this old wagon's fit for it. Then he turns to the others. How's it going, rookie? Imps fed, wheels clean. Status, Jody. No sign of howlers. Everything is secure. Good. And get some rest. We're headed to the spring of Jomur. At dawn, we're off. According to the Stars National, Alpha Chief hoped bathing here would cure his ailments, but it only made him itch. Alright guys, well that's going to be all the time I have for this episode of Pyre. Wow, this is a fun game actually. It's so completely different than Bastion, and so completely different than Transistor. I understand why they did it. Like, I feel like they were trying not to get so, pigeonholed, really, into us thinking, oh, these guys just make RPGs. And don't get me wrong, this is still an RPG, but it's kind of like a visual novel RPG, which I like a good visual novel, so I like this. I like a good RPG, so I like this. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we're about 40 to 50 minutes into the game. Somewhere between 40 and 50 minutes into the game, so I mean, I'm enjoying it thus far. As long as it doesn't have a bullshit story ending, I'll be happy. So, until then, guys. Till then, friends. Stay safe. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye!